What the heck is going on with Klein? These two products need our help. Do you see how long it took for this thing to start spraying fluid? That's a huge problem, and I'm going to tell you why. But also, we're talking about the Klein. These guys need our help just as much as these guys need our help. This is Microbalance Health Products. This is not an advertisement. Do not click off this video. We need to go to their channel and boost their algorithm on YouTube so they can get their message out. It's that simple. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these guys. I reached out to them and said, big thank you for existing. And any way that I can make a video for you guys, more than happy to. That's the situation here. I bought a lot of their stuff, USA made. Let's talk about the Klein real quick before I lose you. What's going on with Klein? Have you guys noticed the quality of Klein? I've heard a couple people tell me about the grips and stuff. I hadn't experienced it yet. I've been using this screwdriver every day for about 5 months. And now my handle is starting to spin in my hands. That's a huge problem. It's a problem because I'm recommending it. So it's a moral problem, but also I got a tool channel because I'm addicted to tools. I use tools every day. I like tools. When I recommend something, now it's a moral problem. So now I've got to deal with a bad tool, and I've got to deal with you guys that say, hey, why'd you tell me to get this? This thing sucks. Well, you're right. It does suck. And look, it's not even straight. Like, look at the curve in here, man. What the heck is Klein doing? It's a huge problem. I think we need to go to Lowe's and just drop any tool that fails, Klein-wise, on their desk and say, I'm going to get another one. If you don't like it, figure it out. Drop these on their desk. Go get yourself a new tool. I'm going to try it. I'm going to let you guys know how it goes. Meanwhile, go to Microbalance Health and go to the YouTube channel, say Tools and Tactics sent you, because we have to get their message out. You guys don't understand how important this is, that more people know about this stuff. Okay, this is their fogger. You saw how long this fogger takes to turn on. What's wrong with that? This is like a glorified pissing leaf blower. It's a bad idea. If you're in a mold situation, you are chemically sensitive, dust bothers you, everything bothers you. I lost everything I've ever owned. I had to throw away all my clothes, Louis Vuittons, all of my pew-pews, all of my tools, games, toys, utensils, pictures, wedding stuff, cars. Did I mention cars? I'd throw away cars too, okay? Mold can be very serious. If you do not take care of it, if you think you have mold in your house, get it tested. Go to this website and get the test kits. Reach out to these guys. They are very informative and very helpful. They will help you through your mold situation. I wish I knew about these guys before I threw away my whole house. Imagine having a house you only owe $100K on, has solar, 3,300 square feet, with a 30 by 20 shop with 2 separate air conditioners, with a mortgage of $1,400. Okay, just imagine that for a second. And then imagine having to throw all that away and then triple your mortgage and move into a house 3 times smaller with a 1-car garage. Not complaining, very grateful to be alive, but also barely alive. If you guys have been with the channel, you guys know. This is not an exaggeration. Mold is very serious. You know, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it's worth mentioning. There is never in the history of, since I've been here, an ice cream truck driving down my street while I'm trying to do a video. Who would have knew? How do you mix this stuff? What does the fogger do? Why is it better? I'm going to turn it on. You guys can see for yourself. This thing here is more designed for outdoors. It will work. I'm not going to make any fluff. This thing definitely helped me, but I also blew a lot of dust around my house, and it kind of was not a good experience for a couple of days in my house. This thing has less pressure, a more even spread, and definitely made for the purpose. We're going to show you how to mix this stuff now. So basically, to make a quart of this, you're going to take 4 ounces of this fluid, and you're going to take 28 ounces of distilled water. Now, distilled water is steam. So it is water that has been boiled. They collect the steam, turns back into water. very, very pure, very important to be spraying if you're going to be breathing it. So don't use any other water, especially city water. You want to use distilled water when you're doing this. Now, what can you do with this? You can fog your pets, you can fog your clothes, you can fog your closet, you can fog whole rooms. Today, we're going to be fogging a car, and I'm going to show you how to find where the air is coming from in the car. We're going to be fogging my Mustang. I've been holding on to this thing for dear life. It still bothers me just a little bit. We have fogged it once, but I made a mistake, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistake. When you're trying to fog your car, what we're doing is we're going to be pulling air from the hood area through the HVAC system, through the coils of the AC, and then out into the car. Now, there's something in a car called a heater core, and there's gates pretty much to block the air off. I forgot to turn on the heat in my car, which would give access for this product to make it to my heater core. So my heater core likely is still contaminated, and you might hear that word a couple of times on this channel. Basically, when I say something's contaminated, I mean it is so full of mycotoxins that if I get within a couple of feet of it, my throat instantly starts burning. Kind of like it burned for 8 months after I got out of my mold situation in my house. No exaggeration. So we're going to show you how to do this. We're going to get a tissue because it's nice and light. We're going to put it next to the vent, see where the suction is coming from, and then we're going to turn on the fogger, we're going to turn on the heat, we're going to open up all the different doors and actuators inside of the HVAC system of the car to hopefully get as much of this product coated as much as we can in the whole HVAC system. We're going to show you how to do it right now. Okay, so here we are. Got the car. We want to feel where the suction is coming from. The best way to do it is to get a tissue here. You can see where the suction is not coming from here, but you can see where it's getting pulled right there. So if we drag it away, you can see where it's more freely moving around. And if we go over here, you can see where we get more suction. Okay, so now we're just going to turn it on. You can see where it's pulling the fog in. You want to select all the different vents independently. That way you can get the most out of your product. Now, for anyone wondering, yes, I can instantly breathe better in the car just having that stuff. It does go down with time, so you do need to continue to fog it a couple of times, but it gets noticeably better and better and better. So the stuff does work, it does help. If you guys have any questions, put in the comments below. More importantly, go to that website, go to their YouTube channel, give them a shout out. They need as much recognition as possible so we can get the message out on what actually helps people. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.